For the next year, approximately, someone is going to be delivering a short message about a celebration coming up. In the second weekend of September next year, we will be celebrating 200 years. That's an achievement. This morning, I'm going to start at the beginning. If you want to start, please. Okay. I've got to see what's up there. What was here before the church? Well, a bunch of settlers. Before that, a bunch of Native Americans. There's a map up here created by a French hunter, trapper, trader. If you look at it carefully, well, you can't see much, but it's not terribly accurate. But it does list the tribes. And there were, by various historians, 8 or so different tribes in Ohio at one time or another. They were nomadic, they moved around. If you want to go to the next one, here's a list of those prominent tribes that were in Ohio. The two highlighted at the top were in northern Ohio. I can't read it. The Wyandots and the Iroquois. The Wyandots were probably mostly here, but they moved around a lot. They fought wars against each other. They lived together peacefully sometimes, just like the world does today, I guess. If we go to the next one, this show, oh, look at that. Who's got, nice job. There's the Iroquois on the right, the Wyandot on the left, and if you look straight above the T from the Wyandot, that's about where we are, pretty close to Lake Erie. White men came to Ohio from Pittsburgh. There's a story of Mr. Smith who was captured by Indians, Native Americans, and was basically raised by them. That was probably the first. And then in Lorain County, specifically in Carlisle Township, there was a Murray family that moved to, well, it's now Murray Ridge Road, if you know where that is. And it had been before that an Indian trail that became a road. And then in about 1816, I believe, Samuel Brooks is the father of this area. He brought his family. He built a log cabin, very primitive log cabin, right over there on the banks of the East Branch of Black River, perhaps about where the Bill and Nancy Reed's house, Don Shepard's house, that house was built in 1840, if you know where that is. And that's about the location, I believe, of where Samuel Brooks built his log cabin. The first winter was pretty rough. And in that one log cabin, at one point during the winter, there were 30 people living in a little log cabin. So I don't know how you do that, but they piled them in like logs, I guess, in the log cabin. And then we go forward to the next one, I think will be the last one. In the church history, it begins with a circuit rider, a Methodist circuit rider, arriving at, now there were several log cabins from 1816 to 1825, that's 9 years. Many settlers came, built log cabins, so there was a little bit of a community. And the circuit rider came, and they had a meeting, and he preached a sermon, they sang some hymns, and they established a class. And if you know the early Methodist history, there were class meetings. Well, they established a class, they elected a leader for that class, and the circuit rider said he would return. It might have taken a year to return, but he did return, and the church grew from that point. So I've got us up to 1825. And there will be others every month, not so much doing the history, but doing some aspect of the LaPorte Church history. And the last comment I want to make is, if you notice the tree out here, there are little envelopes on the tree for you to pull off and put in a contribution. They're labeled $1 to $50. And if you could help us with that, that would be great. We have established a budget of $5,000, and we have had quite a bit of money coming in for that. I would like everyone who is on the committee to stand so that everybody knows who they are. You can't see up in the balcony, but Ethan is standing. Who else is on the committee? Please stand up. Ray, Al, and Jenny. And who are we missing? Peggy Pentito? Oh yeah, Carl and Cheryl. They're in Delaware. Okay. Oh, Mary Eddy, yes. Oh, Mary Eddy's got a surprise for you. Does anybody know what that is, or I can say that? What? Okay, no, we don't need the photo. It's on Facebook. Mary has led a group of people to make a quilt. Someone has done the embroidery, someone is going to do the quilting. That's going to be a prize for the church for a long time. So, thank you very much.